Hello everybody, Dokkan here, welcome back to another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. So today we have our boy I Seriously just showing us a little tweet, just showing us a little gif, so they're completely unrelated to Dokkan, right guys? Right? Nah, just joking. So this has to do with Dokkan, by the way. So if you guys know, we were discussing this yesterday on the stream where we were doing the World Tournament and we were talking about what was going to come next for JP, because JP usually gets a Halloween DOKKANFEST. So on the 31st, they usually get their DOKKANFEST. Meanwhile, over here on Global and JP, we're now synced, so we kind of didn't know what was coming up next because of the fact that Global and JP are synced now. And in this case scenario, we're celebrating like the Vegeta celebration or like Planet Namek Saga celebration. There's not much going on in the game apart from the World Tournament, but we did notice that between Global and JP, which actually might pop another one of these so we can be able to compare and contrast between the Global and JP side. If you guys noticed, a lot of people have done this, like in terms of content, right? You guys have seen videos regarding it, right? But it seems to me that the sales on JP are gonna end a little bit later than the ones shown on Global. So Global says sales will end a week or like 9 days prior to this. Actually, no, just 8 days prior to this. I cannot count. But as you guys can see, the sales for JP end on the 29th, meanwhile Global says sales end on the 21st. And we were thinking, what was going to happen? Like, maybe there's gonna be something in the horizon coming in, things like that, and turns out it is. So this is the post that I Seriously made, just a few minutes of me recording this video, and it shows that, yeah, a gift from Master Roshi. You guys know that this is our boy that kind of leaks stuff for Dokkan, so it is our boy Master Roshi coming out next for Global. So that's one of the main reasons why the sales ended up earlier than usual, is because of this reason. So Roshi's celebration, I do have it pulled up here. We're gonna be, I think Global is gonna introduce some of the new fights that we had in the game, such as the Peppy Gals or the heroine fights. I don't truly know what's it, like the name of it, but we're gonna have this, basically this new event coming over to Global. Usually, or well, not usually, when this dropped on JP, we had like a little bit of a countdown, whereas this event was introduced and then we had like 2 or 3 bosses being dropped in the game, and then a few weeks later we had other fights drop into the stage, and then at the end of the day when the celebration came in, we had all the fights. So now in this case scenario, we're not gonna have that. I possibly feel like we're gonna get just the event in general with all the bosses. So that's going to be pretty interesting. So this is one of the tough events that's going to be coming out. We're also going to be getting the story, the Dragon Ball story event here with Baba, which is going to be pretty cool. And of course, Master Roshi is dropping in the game. So Roshi, I feel like this banner is also going to drop in the game, because again, we were discussing it on stream yesterday. If you weren't there, you kind of missed it. But we were saying like we should get like a Peppy Gals banner around the middle of or close to the end of October, because that's usually when the Peppy Gals characters release on Global. If you guys remember last year, the Android 18 and the Mamba character released last year around the 22nd or 23rd of October. So they have been keeping this tradition that during the October timeframe is when the Peppy Gals units usually come out. So we could see both of these banners come out actually, or we could see this one as well. Like this well, this is not a mysterious banner. It's just like a 20 banner unit where all the units in here are awakened. So you don't have to like struggle and awaken some of these characters. I don't think I should tell anybody, but don't summon on this unless you're like a new player. I think, what is it? It's like 200 stones. I don't remember how many stones you needed in order for you to like get some of these characters, but we could have these 3 banners come in. Do we have Roshi's banner? Can I bring that up? So I will, of course, whenever we get it, I think we'll do a should you summon video regarding this. I think everything will stay the same. Instead of Topo coming in early, I think Pod Frieza would be replaced here. Because again, we haven't had Pod Frieza return in the game, and I feel like he will be the guy to return first rather than Topo. So that's just a speculation. They could completely change the banner and see who comes next. But yeah, we're gonna get Roshi. Roshi is sort of vital when it comes down to some of the difficult content that we're about to get, because the heroine battle type of event, this little event here where we fight the Peppy Gals, you might have to use Roshi because of some missions that you need to do. So as one of the many struggles that this event kind of brings. But this event is very tough. Like this boss, this Bulma right here, she is very tedious. But she's gonna be a pain in the rear once we get to fight her. But we'll get to see that once we get there. I'll do like an analysis video talking about this. If you guys want to get ahead of how this fight works, but you guys let me know down in the comments below if you guys want that. But yeah, we're gonna be getting all of these things. I don't remember if anybody ECA from this. Like we had this little Dokkan Festival category banner drop in. This is what, Dragon Ball Seekers. So. Yeah, and Roshi's not a bad character per se. If we look over on the wiki, we're gonna look for our boy Master Roshi here. So I think it's, do I look for Roshi? No, just M as Master Roshi. So there is our boy here. Yeah, so he leads Peppy Gals category key +3, all stats 200%, and the other type of leader skill, which is Turtle School or Dragon Ball Saga, key +3, all stats 170%. Peppy Gal's characters are excluded. They also provide an HP, attack, and defense +30% for Bond, Master, and Disciple, and Kamehameha. But this is a pretty good leader skill that Roshi is bringing to the table. So he has a unit, like a couple of different unit super attacks. So one is with Goku, and the other one is with Bulma. So a pretty good passive. I'm gonna do a discussion video on Roshi, you know, should you summon and things like that, where we talk about the unit, we will talk about the banner and things like that, because I think this is gonna be the same banner. If anything, they could change just Topo, because Topo I feel like it's the earliest Dokkan Fest that came out. I don't think they're gonna add Topo in here. I feel like they're gonna add Pot Frieza, or maybe even somebody else. I don't know. Videl gets her ECA during the celebration, ain't it? Yeah, and then we get some of the Peppy Gal characters getting their ECAs as well. Okay, that's not bad. we got a world tournament during that time frame as well, but I don't know if we're gonna get that. So one character that's gonna be like, where the heck are they gonna place this guy in, is our boy Jiren. So Jiren, I think, as we discussed this like during the little theorizing during the stream, is that they would have dropped Jiren most likely after the Dokkan Fest on Halloween. You know, Global and JP are going to be celebrating the same things all together, and Global is going to get the same Dokkan Fest that JP gets during Halloween. I'm assuming this is going to be the same particular case as we're going out right now, where the sales could end prior to a week, just like this, so that Global will have Jiren inserted in the middle of the end of October Dokkan Fest and Heroes. I feel like that he will be inserted in that middle slot, because if you guys remember last year, we had 21 drop in the game. So that was another Dokkan Fest that wasn't planned, but that was at the end of November actually. But in the midst of it, we had a Carnival LR dropping after the November Dokkan Fest, which was 21. So we will get a new Carnival LR during that time frame. But before that, before 21 drop, we had the Gohan and Piccolo dropping on Halloween. I cannot recall for the life of me. I will have to look this up, but I don't recall if I might have to look at summons maybe So this is Golden Week, stuff like that. So if we go over here, yeah, we had, so Jiren, there's our boy here. So this is the banner that dropped in July after the anniversary, well, after the Tanabata celebration. And then we had this banner right here. So the Peppy Gals banner is in there. And then we had the worldwide. Okay. So I might have to go a bit backwards here. So this is anniversary. I think I'm a little bit close. I don't know. So this is Tanabata. Tanabata was in July, so I might be a little bit ahead. So yeah, this is another banner that. So we had this banner constantly now. Okay, interesting. When did this banner came out? I don't remember. Anyway, I think I'm missing out the point. So if we look at it from the perspective from global, let me pause here and just look this up. All right, let's. I think I got something. So at the end of October, like this is what happened last year, right? So Turles, if you guys recall, Turles released on October 5th. It's okay. So let's say what's going on right now. We got the Vegeta celebration that dropped at the beginning of October. So let's go back. Then we had this banner right here. Let's think about this banner as the Gohan / Piccolo banner that we have available in the game right now. So if you look at it, we have this Halloween banner that's gonna come in. Usually they do that, but I think for this time around, this banner is going to change into the DOKKANFEST that's gonna come out in Halloween. That's what I'm predicting. Because there's another banner that came in which brought God Goku back. So they already brought in the Saiyan Day Vegeta. So I don't feel like they're going to do that again, where they bring Saiyan Day Vegeta again. Because we already have him on the banner. So they're gonna replace this banner altogether for the Halloween DOKKANFEST. I feel like they're going to do something like this with the previous banner. As you guys saw, during the celebration right here, we had this banner with Vegito and Buhan. So I feel like that banner is going to be brought up over here in Halloween. So this is what the banner is going to be. And then we had the Tanabata celebration, which we already have the Tanabata LR. So this is in like this should be like at the beginning of November, right? Yeah, November 3rd. So what I'm thinking is that the Roshi celebration, again, Roshi should be like in the next 3 to 4 days, I think. Roshi comes in, and then at the end of October, we're gonna get the October DOKKANFEST for Global and JP, and then at the beginning of November, like a week pass or something like that, we're going to get Jiren. Which is very uncomfortable. Then we got Heroes. That's why I'm like, oh my god, we're gonna get Jiren after all this. So yeah, Jiren could be like after the October DOKKANFEST, like the end of October DOKKANFEST, and he will be like, man. So I feel like we're gonna get the fights for the Universe Survival Saga, like Goku and Frieza and stuff like that, in November. And then after discard this banner. Let's just now think about this. This is going to be the Halloween banner. This banner we already have because it's UI Goku. We already have him in the game. And then we get Heroes. So prior to this lot, like we're gonna get this Halloween banner. We're gonna get the October Halloween DOKKANFEST, and then we're gonna get like the Jiren pop in a week or two later than the initial. I feel like a week after the Halloween banner comes out, then they will put a space for Jiren in there, and then we get Heroes. I feel like that's how they're going to plan things out so that everything drops in the game. So yeah, and just as I mentioned, what they're going to do possibly the same thing as they did here with this. So you guys see that they're going to limit the sales for like a few days, and then during the Roshi celebration, I feel like that is going to be extended all the way to the 31st. Then on the 31st, the new DOKKANFEST drops. We will get new sales. The sales will cap off until a certain date, like maybe a week or like a few days, just like here, like 5 days after they got announced. The same way that we'll do that, Jiren drops, and then they will have new sales, and then we get the the clear route with nothing missing. Everything will drop at the same time, meaning that all the units that JP got, we will have on global. So yeah, that it's a little bit tough to explain, but I think we got to the point, right? I think everybody's with me, right? So yeah, Roshi is dropping next. I'm assuming in the next, like, so on the 21st is when the sales end. So if we look over here, the sales cap off on the 21st. I'm assuming Roshi drops on Tuesday. That's when possibly Roshi drops after maintenance. That could be how they do it. So after maintenance ends, our boy drops, and I think that we're not gonna have a fun time because we're gonna have to stop. But yeah, we're also gonna get the Peppy Gals banner, like I mentioned, this Coquette and DB Saga Mai. I feel like Coquette is going to be very helpful on the Universe 11 fight, or the Universe 11 mission versus Goku and Frieza. That's just a feeling that I am getting, but do not take this with a grain of salt. That doesn't mean that you guys gotta summon on this banner. This banner is but you know, you will want to pull Coquette just for the Universe 11 mission. But that is if you didn't pull for Topo and Jiren as well. But if you don't pull for Jiren, I don't think you can be able to pull pull it off on that fight. But there you go. Our boy Master Roshi coming out next for global. We're gonna discuss, you know, the banner, how everything looks as we get closer and closer to the release of Master Roshi. Everything coming out for him on the celebration. We're gonna go in depth into the celebration notices and stuff like that. But yeah, do let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. Roshi is next for global. It's pretty interesting. So Jiren, again, still in limbo. I feel like Jiren is gonna drop in the after the DOKKANFEST of Halloween, so like the beginning of November. I feel like that's when our boy Jiren is gonna drop. So keep the faith, Jiren fans. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe if you guys are new. Hopefully I get to see you in the next video. Take care now. Bye bye.